Once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and children of all ages, you are now tuned into the Investor Show. As always, this is your gracious host, the Prince of Investing, Prince Dykes, coming to you guys and girls live all the way from the beautiful city and state of Denver, Colorado. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, comment, and share button. We had a little glitch there for a second, but we got a very interesting show coming to you guys and girls. We're coming live to you guys and girls all the way from the New York Stock Exchange trading floor, with the most photographer trader of all time, the most popular stockbroker of all time, Mr. Peter Tuchman. He's coming in 35 years longer than I've been alive. He's been on the trading floor. So we're glad to have him in. Today, we're going to get his takes. He's live there on the trading floor, so we want to get the state of the market. What does he think about cryptocurrencies? What do you think about day trading? How can he help people out there that want to day trade and all those other great things? You've seen him everywhere. Like I said, he's the most photographer trader of all times. So without further ado, coming all the way live from New York City, Mr. Peter Tuchman, how you doing today, sir?
I'm great, Prince. Really, really honored to be here. Your intro, shows I'm in really good company. So I better step it up.
Really?
With all the people you've had on the show.
Oh yeah, definitely. I had a little glitch there, but technology is technology. So we're going to push straight through it. Got it. So the first thing I want to get into, we talked about some great things here. If you guys and girls are catching this live or the playback, feel free to drop a comment and say hello. Now, I want to ask you this first question. A lot of people that tune in, some people are sitting at home. They have very small money. They don't have a large amount of money. That's why people are very attracted to cryptocurrencies and things like that. What advice would you give someone out there who has small money that is looking to invest big money, to make big money?
I understand. Let's be clear that even though it feels like it over the last year, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is not gambling unless you're actually investing in trading without any knowledge and foundation at all. If you wanted to become a pilot, right, you wouldn't just go to the airport, rent a plane, grab a set of keys, and fly across the ocean. You would go to school. You would do simulation. You would practice. You'd take test runs. You would do everything you need to do to basically put the probability in your favor that you're not going to blow up. I kind of feel very, very strongly about that relative to the market. What we've seen in 2020 was an amazing democratization of the stock market. The barriers to entry that historically have been in the market that one's grandparents have known and parents have known, that only big people with big money basically could open up investment accounts and trading accounts and go on to invest in their future and invest in the market. What happened with the installation of a lot of these apps, fractional trading, Robin Hoods of the world and whatnot, and I'm not endorsing any of them, but I am endorsing the fact that barriers to entry for the small investor have been knocked down. So I am incredibly excited that we have this new generation of traders coming into the marketplace that are inspired, right, that are motivated to invest in their future, invest in stocks rather than stuff, okay? We are a huge, big consumer-based society, and we always want the next phone, the next pair of sneakers, the next iPad, the next whatever it is. We are a huge consumer-based society. What people don't always know is that here at the New York Stock Exchange, as you can all see it, bird's eye view of what's going on, all these companies that are listed here on the floor are companies that everybody knows, whether you've ever been in the market or not, right? These are the companies that are the Snapchats and the Twitters of the world, the Shake Shacks and the Wendy's of the world, the Electronic Arts of the world, Madison Square Garden, luxury fashion lines, social media, the iPhones, the Apples of the world, right? So these are all companies of things that we use on a daily basis. They are public companies. So I ask people to do their homework and check out things that they walk down to, young people will come to me and I will do visits on the floor back in the day when the market was open. And young people would come to me and ask me, what do I think they should buy? Right? And I said, look, you know what, you guys, the young consumer in the world today knows way better than I do of what everybody in your school, in your class, in your university are buying and using, right? So I always say to young people, walk down the street, see what sneakers people are wearing, what phones they're using, what computers they're on, what social media they're involved in, what kind of sports stuff they're doing. Those are the companies that are significant at the moment because people know what's trending, right? That may not make a great company, but it makes a company that's it's in vogue for the moment. It's the flavor of the moment. So as I say, there are all these new ways for people to invest small money. Another thing I need to say as a responsible person in finance is you need to understand this is not gambling unless you don't know what you're doing. It's not a get rich quick scheme. So that people, if they want to invest in the market or trade the market, they need to understand they must be prepared to lose that money, right? You don't just take your last $100 and put it in the
Mm.
market. Obviously, with what's going on in cryptocurrency and penny investments within the digital currency space, there sure do seem like attractive opportunities, whether it's the Doge coins or whether these sub penny names that are exciting. Look, the bottom line is if it will get you motivated to look deeper into the stock market and look forward to being an investor when you make more money, well, then throw a couple bucks at anything that sounds fun. That's fun. I mean, that's exciting. But I don't want people to think that trading, the mob mentality of trading, right? Like the red Wall Street bets and the Reddit guys, that's not a really good strategy for trading. Because when you see a company like GameStop, right, that got attacked by the Wall Street bets guys, and it went from $2 to 20 and 20 to 483 and back to 60 and up to 150 and down to 30, that is not a flora where you want the new young investor to get involved. Some people and then sort of follow that mob mentality, which is everybody hold the line. These things are going to 1,000. You know what? Everything that goes up comes down. We're seeing that in the market right now, right? A couple of days ago, we were at record highs. We hit 35,000 on the Dow. And in the last 2 trading days, we're down 1,000 points. So people need to understand the risks in all these things. But what I'm a motivator. I'm a moderator. I'm a host. I saw that when your intro, that you talk about motivation and excitement. This is the most exciting place in the world to work. Investing in your future, in one's future, in education is an incredibly exciting thing. Investing in stuff, not in stocks, not stuff, is a really cool thing. In my opinion, when I talk to young people, I always say to them, you know what? You have an iPhone 8 and then iPhone 9 comes out. If the iPhone 8's not broken, you don't need an iPhone 9. Go and spend that money and buy 1 share of Apple. And then in a year, you're going to be able to buy 5 iPhones. If you've got a beautiful pair of brand new Nikes and a new pair comes out, you don't need that one yet. Go buy 1 share of Nike, right? Or if you're into hamburgers, go buy a share of Shake Shack. Or if you're into Snapchat and you're in social media, go buy 1 share of that. Invest in things that you consume as a consumer, and then you'll be motivated and excited to get involved and see what's in the nooks and crannies of that company, right? So yes, there are fun opportunities now. You can do something now, which is called fractional investing. Anybody can open up an account on Beanstalk, which has robo investing, on Robinhood, which has personal investing, and throw a couple $100 at something just to get excited about it. I'm a firm supporter of that. But just be aware that following a mob mentality is not a trading strategy, that you need to be aware that what goes up does come down, right? But if there's anything you can do to get involved in the market, to invest in your future in a responsible fashion, then I beg everybody to do that. We will talk later on in the show about a day trading course, which I host and moderate with a gentleman who's been my partner, which teaches people about technical analysis. The market, as we've seen over the last 2 years, is incredibly volatile. We've seen stocks go up 10, 20, 30% in a day and then sell right back down. So one's only defense as a new young investor is to learn about risk management, money management, to learn about technical analysis. For those who don't know, is the art of charting, is learning where moving averages play a part, to learn how you need to find the probability where you will win more times than you lose. Risk management is putting a stop order into an investment when you make it, or a trade, that when you buy it at $50, you need to protect yourself on the downside because not every trade goes right. So if you put a thing called stop orders, we can talk about that later. It's discussed in my course, where you put in a stop order, which means you are able to lock in how much you're willing to lose if the trade goes against you. And then as the stock goes in your favor, you are able to sell it out and become profitable. One of the best things that I teach, that my partner David teaches, and I try to inspire people in, is never turn a winning trade into a losing trade. Never turn a winning day into a losing day, right? And that I want you all to make money. I want people to set up small accounts and get involved, but I want people to learn, as I described the analogy of with the pilot, that if you learn the fundamentals, if you learn what you need to, there are opportunities online where people can, before they ever trade one share of stock, they do simulated training, right? There are many educational platforms where you can learn how to trade, day trade and invest. I want people to get excited about investing in their future, not just throwing a bunch of money at anything, right? And watch things grow. Everything we buy as a consumer, the minute we buy it, it already loses value. But when you invest in stocks, they often will grow. And then your nest egg will grow. And then you will, maybe this is somewhat something that people want to do in the future. It's also learning the art of trading and investing. It's something that young people will be able to take with them going forward into their next interview, into their next career, in whatever they want to do.
Okay, that's a lot. And I gotta ask this question. You talked about buying things over buying stocks over the stuff, right? And I gotta ask you this question. Would you recommend somebody buy individual stocks, or just go grab an index and call it a day, take the old school Warren Buffett way and just say, hey, just get the S&P 500 and forget about it? Or do you tell people to get active with stocks? What would you say on that? What's your take?
Okay, so there are, let's differentiate between trading and investing, right? Investing is a long-term view. Investing in whether it's an index or whether it's a company, and hoping in the long term that that goes up and increases in value. Okay. Trading is something we do short term. It's a real art, right? It takes education and it takes learning good habits. And it's something that's exciting for some part of your community. Okay. So it's a little bit of a more advanced question to answer because some people may not know what you're talking about. So right now, look, there are indexes which group large groups of stocks: the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the S&P 500, the Russell Index. These are groups of stocks, whether they are industrials, whether they are technology or whatnot, that give you exposure to a much broader sector part of the market. There are things now called ETFs, electronically traded funds. What does that mean? If I buy one stock, let's say I'm into sneakers. Let's say I'm
okay. Can you hear me? Okay.
Let's say I'm into social media, right? And I buy one company, and something happens in that company where somebody that they endorse does something bad, or they have a bad earnings quarter, or something goes wrong. Well, then my investment goes down in value and I lose, right? If I love a sector, meaning social media, fashion, the hospitality industry, sports, if I like a sector that involves where there are many different companies in that same sector, right, that I could be investing in. If I like social media, I think social media is going to the roof. Well, there are ETFs that track all the different social media companies, the Snapchats of the world, the Twitters of the world. There are companies that track video chatting, right? Okay, so there are different sectors that one may be interested in that they think is going to be the flavor of the moment going into the future, whether it's home gyms and Peloton, whether it's Zoom and video chatting, whether it's a fashion line or whatever. If I buy an ETF which tracks a sector, then if the sector goes up for the right reasons and there's one bad apple in that sector, I won't risk all my money with one bad apple. I will gain the investment potential and growth of the sector per se. I hope I answered the question.
Okay, making sure. Okay.
Did I answer the question? Are you good?
Mm-hmm. It's like, okay. Do you, okay, all right. Now I got to ask you the next question, right?
Sure.
When I just want to make sure we was on the same page there. All right, next I got to ask you this question: what sector are you watching in 2021? Right now, with tech stocks going all over the place, what sector are you watching right now?
Okay. So the market in 2020 was an incredibly fascinating market. We had the market trading at record highs February 12th, 2020. And then once the pandemic became real and people started dying, the market sold off from February 12th till March 23rd, 2020, right? Then the Federal Reserve stepped in and
Mm-hmm.
basically, with stimulus and buying a lot of financial tools, tried to support the economy and the markets. There were a lot of companies which we didn't know much about before, okay, that have really benefited, that have really produced a very profitable business model within the pandemic world we're living in. Peloton is one, in for instance. People knew they couldn't go to the gym, so they were working out at home. Zoom, for instance, video chatting. We realized that we were going to be sheltered in place, so video chatting became a huge industry, right? DocuSign. We knew we couldn't go into the office to sign things, so we had an app where we could sign virtually from home, right? Homewares. People were sheltered in place. They were bringing their family members into their home to live with them during the pandemic. So people spent a lot of money remodeling. So there were many different sectors: video chatting, stay at home exercise, online betting, that really benefited from, that made our, I don't want to say benefited, but they did benefit, but made our lives a lot easier during the pandemic, stay at home, shelter in place environment, right? And we saw stocks like Zoom and Peloton go
Mm-hmm.
up 30, 40, 50% in 2020, right? Then there are sectors like the
Mm.
airlines, like the cruise lines, that really got hurt by the pandemic space, right? So while there were many sectors that rallied big within the 2020 pandemic environment, there were many companies that got decimated, whether it's airlines, whether it's cruise lines, got badly hurt during the pandemic. So, all the sectors that rallied big during the pandemic, I would be watching. All of the companies that got hurt very badly by the shelter in place and by no traveling, no eating out,
Mm.
right? I would be watching both of those sectors. I think as we see the story unwind and evolve of the reopening story, the volatility, the virus, the vaccine, our countries reopening, our societies and environments reopening, how is the economy doing? There are going to be so many sectors to watch. I cannot pick one of them, but all the stocks that rallied big during the pandemic, I'd be watching. Are they going to
Mm.
suffer now? All the companies that got hurt badly in the pandemic, as we reopen, are they going to rally?
Mm.
Something to watch.
Oh, okay. I'll definitely like that. The companies, like your airlines got beat up, but tech was the darling childs last year. Now you're seeing it turn around where airlines are becoming the darling childs and tech is becoming, the step kids, I guess, or whatever, kids that we know we're not looking at. So that's a very interesting take on that, seeing a little sector rotation. Now I got to ask you this. You did touch on this a little bit earlier. What are your thoughts on this world of cryptocurrency?
So, cryptocurrency was something I didn't know anything about. And to be perfectly honest, I'm sure some of your audience watched Saturday Night Live with Elon Musk over the weekend. And the funny part
Mhm.
was when they kept asking, what is Dogecoin? And no matter what answer Elon Musk gave them, they kept saying, Okay, but what is Dogecoin? Okay, but what is Dogecoin? And I thought it was a very funny episode. Cryptocurrency is still something I don't understand. Okay. I'm fascinated by it. I've done a little investigating into it. We don't particularly trade it down here, right? But obviously, I'm somebody who
Mhm.
tracks trends. I like to see what people are involved in. Would I get involved in the cryptocurrency space? I'm not sure yet. I think there are many different levels of it. Obviously, not everyone can afford to buy Bitcoin at $60,000. I would imagine there are more people willing to buy Dogecoin at 50 cents. Bitcoin seems to be something that is real, that there is traction on, that companies are willing to start taking. Dogecoin was created as a joke. Does it really have any value besides the fact that people own it and they're trading it? I don't believe so. Are there many other coins that do have some inherent value? I believe there are, but I don't understand the space enough. So my when I don't understand something, I tend not to recommend it. I love the fact how excited and how it's brought so many people
Okay.
into the investment community because it's torqued their interest, right?
Mhm.
I'm concerned that people think it's a get rich quick scheme, right?
Yeah.
People were buying Dogecoin because Mark Cuban said so, or because Elon Musk was going to be on Saturday Night Live. Well, that's not a reason to invest in a company. People
Mhm.
invest in trade companies for fundamental reasons or for a trade. If you were following the leader and you bought Dogecoin into the Saturday night event on SNL, well, you probably paid 70 cents for it. If you notice during the
Mhm.
show, it dropped from 70 to 40. So that's a perfect
Mhm.
example of following the leader is not a trading strategy. It's not an investment strategy. So I beg people, yeah, it seems like a fun idea. If you do your homework and you research it and you have a good reason to buy it, I wish you the best. For all those people who
Mhm.
have made a lot of money in Dogecoin and other things, all power to you. But always remember to ring the cash register. Always remember to invest in a company for the right reasons. If you're an investor and you're in it for the long haul, I wish you the best of luck. If you're a trader and you bought something and it went up 30, 40%, I suggest you ring the cash register because there will always be another buying opportunity.
Okay. Now you spoke on day trading. Now, day trading itself, I want you to get into day trading and to tell us about the Wall Street Trading Academy. What is the Wall Street? I have no experience. You Can you please explain to everybody out there what is day trading, and then what service do you offer to with the Wall Street Academy? Because you're saying, hey, we could take somebody off the streets, get you into day trading, but a lot of critics say, hey, day trading, that's for losers. Everybody's going to lose. You can't win. You can't beat the market. Blah 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 blah. You've been on the floor for 35 years. You've seen people. I'm pretty sure you've seen people become millionaires, and you've seen people lose everything. Tell us about day trading and the Wall Street Trading Academy.
Great. Thank you for the question. Thanks for the opportunity to talk about it. First of all, the company is called Wallstreet Global Trading Academy. There
Mhm.
are companies with that name that you have up that are different.
Okay.
So www.wallstreetglobaltradingacademy.com. I'll start it off with that. Now, day trading, if
Mhm.
you don't have the education and the tools that we offer to day trade correctly, yes, it is a very risky business. Yes, most people who do it lose because they have bad habits and they don't follow the rules. What we offer that a lot of other companies don't. So day trading is this. Day trading is using volatility, the quick movement of stocks up and down to take advantage of a profit on the upside and the downside within a short period of time, whether it's 1 minute, 10 minutes, half an hour, 2 hours, and 5 hours, to make money within a market. The day trading platform that we offer is very strict about the rules you must follow to give yourself the probability to win more times than you lose. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. If you don't follow the rules and you use bad habits and you don't listen to the rules that we teach, you will lose money. It's a surety. It is a guarantee. And there are millions of people who have lost millions of dollars day trading because they think this is easy. When stocks are always going up and they're not going down, and you hit a buy button and you hit a sell button when you're in profitable mode, you can make money. But if you don't ring the cash register, if you buy stocks for the wrong reasons, if you don't use the tools that we teach, you will lose. So day trading is trading the market a day at a time, a moment at a time, an hour at a time, buying stocks and shorting stocks when the charts set up correctly to give you the probability to win more times than you lose. So what is a good day trading strategy? One of the great strategies is called technical analysis. What is technical analysis? It is the art of charting. It is setting up charts with moving averages, okay, which are lines through your charts which track historic data and the movement of stocks. It is putting in pivot points. It's a very complicated mathematical formula, but they are dots which we institute. Any trading platform will give them to you, which you input into your chart. The relative strength index, once again, one of the other tools for technical analysis. What does that track? That tracks when a stock is oversold and when a stock is overbought, okay? And that gives you the idea, the probability that the stock will stop going down and start going up. So each one of these criteria alone does not make for a good trade. But what we try and teach people is certain rules and criteria. Very often there are 3 of them that set up for 5 particular technical analysis trades. Moving average trade, far from moving average trade. Trend trades, double top, double bottom trades, swing trading and option trading. So it is kind of complicated for a newcomer who doesn't know about day trading, but our course is basically Day Trading 101. We teach you risk management. Every time you get into a trade, you enter a stop order to protect your investment and set straight the standards of how much you're willing to lose. Okay? We have very strict standards that if I buy 100 shares of stock and I put in a stop order, I'm not willing to lose more than $50 if the trade goes against me. Hopefully the trade will go profitable, but not all trades do. So I'm here to teach you that our program teaches you to hit singles and doubles and not sit around waiting for a home run. The mastery of day trading is to follow the criteria, develop good trading habits, and use risk management, always having a stop order, whether you bought stock or you shorted stock, to protect your investment, and never are you going to lose a lot of money. Sometimes you'll make money, but if you lose, you're only going to lose as much as you're willing to lose. And then you have maintained your portfolio, and you'll be able to go on and keep trading for the rest of the day. So we teach risk management, money management. We teach setting up your charts, relative strength index, moving averages. We teach you the 5 technical analysis trades and the criteria on how to get in them with the probability to win more times than you lose. And we teach swing trading and option trading. What we also do is, for everybody who buys our course, we do a live Q&A every Thursday night with me and David Green. I am the moderator and the motivator in chief. David Green is the teacher. Everyone who buys the course comes onto our Zoom call every Thursday night at 5 o'clock. And wherever they are in the course and they have questions, and there will always be questions, maybe it's a question they just can't get beyond, and they need a one-on-one with David or I to ask that question, we give them the opportunity. And then people who fulfill the course, we offer them upsells of a boot camp, which is teaching the course live. It's a different price, but we always are available in a long-term mentoring program that if they run up against an obstacle that they just can't figure out, we make ourselves available for them on an ongoing basis through email or the live Q&As to help them get beyond the problems that they may have.
Nice. Okay. Now, how much money does a person need to start day trading? Like, hey, how much money do I need? Can I start with $100, 500, 1,000, 2,000? How much do I need?
So first of all, our course costs $499. There are weeks and days where we discount it 20% to $399. We also have a payment plan where people can pay it over 3 months. That's the cost of the course. Now, in answer to your question, how much money does one need to day trade? There are certain rules and regulations to be a day trader. Anybody can download Robinhood, put $100 in there and trade. You cannot day trade, but you can trade. That may mean you can buy something today, maybe sell it tomorrow. To actually day trade, you need more money. If you're willing to take a few exams, you can set up a course with $5,000. It's called a proprietary trading account, and you can become a day trader. If you open an account with $25,000, and I know a lot of people don't have that, but in order to do this reasonably, that's what you need to do. You can set up an account through Swim, through TD Ameritrade. If you buy the course, we will help set those things up for you. And you set up an account with $25,000. You're not risking $25,000. You just need to have that money in your account to legally, under the regulations of FINRA and the regulators, to be a pattern day trader. So there are some barriers to entry for some people. There are some ways that we can work around those barriers and do it if you're willing to take a couple different certifications. But $5,000 is one proprietary trading. If you take 2 exams, they're not that hard. $25,000 is a regular trading account where I say you're not risking it all. They give you buying power up to $100,000, and you can be more of a viable day trader. So there are different opportunities.
Okay.
I'm giving you the straight deal. You know, I'm not trying to sell people that everybody can do it, and I don't expect everybody to have 25 grand. But to be a day trader, that's what you need.
Now, you say the 2 exams. What 2 exams do you have to take to get the I can't even say it right, proprietary account that goes with $5,000?
So you know what? They're just called prop trading exams. They're basically giving you the right under the regulations of our regulators, FINRA, to be a day trader. Okay. So they're complicated. You can go online and look up a Greco School of Financial. If people reach out to me, I can help them set themselves up to get these. There are proprietary firms that will sponsor people to take the exams and do all that. That is a little more complicated. When you set up a proprietary trading account with $5,000, you need to be sponsored by a firm. There are companies that will do it, but they take a percentage of your profits and they do things like that. So my hope is that the people on this call in the community will either just start small and invest in their future and trade on the trading apps that they're there if they don't have the money. But I beg people, if they are ever able to think about setting up an account with $25,000 in it, and we're always available to talk to try and help people, not financially, but to try and meander through whatever their risk reward is, whatever their financial situation is. If you're able to set that kind of an account up, that is the best opportunity. Companies that will set up these accounts for you, Charlie Schwab, TD Ameritrade, Thinkorswim, they will give you a buying power of $100,000. You're not risking 100. You just are able to, within the day trading space, be able to buy 1 share, 10 shares, 100 shares, right? Stocks are costly. So you need to understand the fine points of this. But these are all things we outline in the course. We're there. We're humans. We're not robots. We'd be happy to talk to people if they need help trying to understand what's going on. But if they go to www.wallstreetglobaltradingacademy.com, there is a website. You can watch some of the introductory videos. You can see what we offer. There are 7 sections to the course: risk management, money management, chart setups, technical analysis trades, swing trading, and option trading. It's moderated and hosted by me. It's taught by David Green, who has 30 years in the business teaching people. He's taught thousands of people how to day trade, and they'll get a sense of this is for them or not. It's not for everyone. If people can afford it, it's a great thing to learn. If people are not going to become day traders, but they want this in their toolbox, it's a great thing to have. If they want to get into marketing and advertising and finance, knowing technical analysis is a great thing to take to your first interview, right? If you're sitting there getting interviewed for a job and the CEO asks you, you know anything about the markets? And you go, oh yeah, I know technical analysis. I know all about trading. There are swing trades, option trades, there's moving averages. You're going to impress the person. So these are things I'm trying to inspire, motivate people to get involved in the market. I don't care if you become a trader or not. I, as you, sir, love to motivate people to find something they love to do. The market gives you the opportunity to get involved in all these public companies, whether you want to be in marketing and branding and finance and trading. The Wall Street community will offer you access to all of that. So I'm here to motivate and inspire people to learn, find something they love to do, perhaps learn some of the tools we teach, and just invest in their future. That's it.
All right. Now I got a quick question for you. We have a live audience here. I want to get one question before we get out of here. I know you got to get running. Nana Powers, who's a very adamant listen to the show. She says, what's the benefit? What benefits are there to day trading instead of just being a regular investor in the market?
So they are completely two different things. I believe that everybody who wants to have a long-term outlook on their financial future and independence should be a long-term investor, right? I have not been an investor in the market because I'm way too close to what goes on here to do that. And I also put 2 children through college. So long-term investing is one thing, and I believe everyone should do it. That's a long-term bet on your financial independence in the future. Day trading is what it is. It's day trading. It is an opportunity to take advantage of a generational volatility in the markets that we're seeing today. When you have a stock go from 30 to 400 and back to 30, there are opportunities within the day trading world to make money. $100 a day, $500 a day. In our course, we try and teach people they need to pick a target number that what would make them happy to make additional disposable income on a daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly basis, right? We have people in our course who are retired, who just want to make $300-400 a week. We help you do that, right? There are people who would love to have an extra $100 a day. They come in, they learn our course, they day trade. When they've made their $100, they shut the machine off and they go out in there, spend time with their family. Time is the only thing we can't get back. Money will be made and money will be lost. This is that day trading is an art. It's a skill, a way of taking advantage of volatile moves in the market to try and make a little bit of extra disposable income. Maybe it's something that you start as a day trader and you love to do, and you see the way to become financially independent. Well, that's one opportunity. You may see it as a way to make a little extra disposable income and spend a couple hours a day trading the market and day trading the market. That's another opportunity. You may look at it and say, whoa, this is, stop the madness. I can't handle it. This is too exciting for me and nerve-wracking. I don't want to handle it. I'd rather be a long-term investor. Have a great time. Goodbye and good luck. And I wish you the best. That's a great opportunity too. But they are two different things.
Okay. Now, we got a question here. This will be the last one, I'm sure. It's a live audience here too. So they say, any good book recommendations on understanding technical charts?
I only have one good recommendation. Reading books for me were never really a great way to learn.
Mm,
Our course, and I know I'm trying to sell you the course, but what I'm also trying to
mm,
do is sell you a personal, visual, interactive way in this virtual world we live in to try and understand trading. The course that we did are live videos. We are trading the market on the videos. We show you personally, David and I are on the videos talking to you, showing you graphs, sharing our charts with you, explaining about the market, how to enter the charts and whatnot. For me, this is the best way. Visual, personal interaction is the best way I know to really learn. Sitting around with a book and just see a bunch of charts and graphs doesn't work for my psyche. I like to see a person, hear a person, watch a person, and see everything. It's not live. We recorded it live. The videos were
mm,
live, but you get to watch them over and over and over again. This is not going to happen. You're not going to learn it in one day. You're not going to learn it in 2 weeks. You can watch the videos over and over again. You can come on and have a Q&A live with us and ask questions. For me, this is a great way to learn how to day trade, to learn technical analysis. There's no other better way, in my opinion, than checking out www.wallstreetglobaltradingacademy.com and see it happening real, one-to-one, face-to-face.
all right. Well, y'all heard it right here live from the man, the myth, and the legend, Mr. Peter Tuchman. Go ahead and give me a look. New York Stock Exchange live right here on the trading floor with the legend, the most photographed trader of all time. You know, we definitely enjoyed having you on. Let me see what someone else said here. You know, we got a live audience that's tuning in as well. I saw one that said something pretty good. And they said right here, your energy is awesome. They love you for coming on. Okay, yeah, they got right here. They said, I love your energy and enthusiasm. You definitely got a lot of energy, Peter. Definitely. You spunk me up for the day. So, but anyway, how can people, what do you want to leave people off with? And how can people get in contact with you? What do you want to say before we get out of here?
So I'm very visible. You can Google me and learn about me. You can go on Instagram, Einstein of Wall Street. You can go on Twitter and whatnot. We are just launching a new Facebook group called Wall Street Global Trading Academy. We're going to be doing YouTube videos and whatnot. We are available on Benzinga, right, which is a research platform. It's an amazing group of young people who are on virtually 24 hours a day. We do live trading with them a couple days a week. I do the pre-market morning show on Thursday. It's basically, I want people to get excited about markets, about the companies that we use on a daily basis. I want people to find things they love to do. And in this room, where I've been for 35 years, there are incredible companies, incredible branding, incredible marketing, incredible opportunities to get involved in some of the companies that we use on a daily basis. We know all about these companies. So I love to motivate people to find something they love to do, to look in the nooks and crannies of companies. The future is in investing. The opportunity now with volatility and people still sheltered in place at home to learn and get some tools to invest in their future. And day trading is just one of those vehicles to make a little bit of money, to learn something that will be valuable for you forever. One of our mottos is learn once, earn for a lifetime. We are curated this course now for a specific reason, because we saw in March 2020, 40 million new traders come into the marketplace because of COVID and because of the Robinhoods of the world and the trading apps. And we saw the obstacles to entry get knocked down of people getting involved in the market, whatever part of the market they want to get involved with. So we felt that it's important to offer an education to people who may think this is gambling and it's a get rich quick scheme. There are people who are going to make money here. There are people who are going to lose money. I would hate to see someone get all excited and start following the mob mentality of investing strategy, and they'll turn a nice profit into a big loss, and they're going to just walk away with their tail between their legs and never come back to see us again. I want people to get involved in this thing, learn a little bit, make some money, take some profits, have a toolbox full of stuff that they can take with them wherever they want to go. I want people to feel my energy and my inspiration and go with it where you want to go. You can be anything you want to be.
Okay. Definitely the Einstein of Wall Street, Mr. Peter Tuchman. Y'all heard him. He's here day trading, been on the stock. He's right here live on the New York Stock Exchange trading floor. He's been there for 35 years. The most photographer, man. He's the one that gets those. You know what, Peter, I got to ask you, what is your best facial expression that you have, that you give when photographers come around?
You know what?
What's the best one?
There's nothing staged about the pictures. You have to realize we're trading real money here, right? So when markets are going up or markets are going down, or there's an emotional situation going on, my reactions are really kind of pure. The best thing I can do to you for you is to give you a smile and a thumbs up, because I really want people to take this opportunity and get my energy and know how much I love what I do.
All right. Peter Tuchman, thank you for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Investor Show. As always, until the next video, podcast, cartoon, or whatever else crazy you see me doing around the globe. Peace, be safe. I'm out, and thank you.